Hi guys, today I want to talk about making content that people will listen to. So the biggest riddle to solve online is how to get anyone to actually read what you're writing, or how to get people to click on your links, how to get visitors. There's so much out there. It was estimated there are over 415 million English-speaking blogs alone. So you've got a lot of competition. Now the good news is most blogs aren't being updated regularly. Most get set up and then are forgotten. Then the people that actually take it seriously and write regularly are using it to expand their business. It becomes a smaller and smaller world. Then you're really only competing within your own niche. So this isn't completely overwhelming. It's not as bad as it sounds. But you do have competitors. And that's a good thing. If there are no competitors, then chances are there's no market. So you want to have competitors, but you also want to be able to stand out. And the best way to even get people to get to you is to have captivating headlines. Captivating headlines doesn't change the nature of the content. It changes the curiosity factor to get people to your content. So let's say that I'm an interior designer and I know a lot about how to make a house just beautiful. It's so easy, especially if I'm used to being a professional, to write this great piece about how to 5 tips to revamp your home. And I write this great article and I put on my blog and no one comes. Well, what if I had put, let's say one of my biggest interior design inspirations was Lloyd Wright. What if instead I made the headline 20 design techniques inspired by Lloyd Wright? Now, you've got people Googling Lloyd Wright that are going to be really interested in how they can make their own home look like Lloyd Wright. You're standing out. Even if I read 1,000, design articles, interior design articles a day, I probably never heard anyone compare it to Lloyd Wright. I want to see this. I want to see what you're going to say I can do. So you're really evoking a whole new curiosity factor, as well as kind of simplifying the niche a little bit. Whereas before, with 5 home design tips, you're trying to appeal to everyone in the home market, but really all that's happening is you're coming out as bland and boring, and really a dime a dozen. We've all read home decorating tips. I don't really know why I want to read yours. If it was the Better Homes and Gardens guide to, home design, I want to read it. They know their stuff. You aren't Better Homes and Gardens, but you do have your own unique influences, your own unique tastes and experiences and techniques that you bring to the table. So how can you incorporate those into your headlines to make them more captivating? If I am an artist and I've studied oil painting, and so I have an oil painting blog, I can write a great article about 20 tips oil painters can learn from the masters, or 20 tips that oil painters can learn from sculptors. You're creating this new connection, this new analogy that people haven't heard before. And many argue that the entire root of creativity is just creating connections that weren't there before. So if you can do this in your headline, you're going to evoke a natural curiosity. So the question is, how can you do this most effectively? How can you do this in a way that your audience responds to? And that is what's going to get you retweeted, or going to get people liking your posts or wanting to come back because you're that designer that talked about Lloyd Wright, or you're that painter that is able to incorporate other art forms into your lessons. So the best way to set yourself apart, simplify the people you're trying to reach, and reach the ones that you hit hard, is to bring in your own unique descriptors to your headlines that's going to captivate their attention and make them feel like if they click on it, they're going to see something they haven't seen before. So that is today's tip for great online content. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye.